This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders.
Let's go.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from the...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right?
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stacked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
One thing I can say pretty safely, That route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And Sanders has got it complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. These two teams all tied after 1. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 22, Garoppolo. Accelerating, and off he goes. Past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Right back to him on first down. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Finding Bourne here over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And again this time to the tailback. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side.
Here we go.
Mike 5-4.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. And this one complete to Levine Toilolo. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great touchdown.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. The pass complete here to Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now a play fake. Garoppolo going for it all. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards, first down Niners. Garoppolo now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Here we go.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 13 yards out. And the 49ers have now... Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams. as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Now they try the right side here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call VCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the...
Here we go.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
And to give this time to the tailback. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter, Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came.
2 wins in 2 early road games, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.